Irish Challenger. The Walsh family also run in the modified tractor division, and their new two-wheel drive truck is continuing their reputation for success. Dan's coming off a big win at the Dairyland Grand Nationals, and he's a good bet to take the win here in Syracuse. A good run for Dan Walsh, but short of Tim Engler's lead. That will leave the Irish Challenger in 5th place for now. With over half the field left to pull, it's still anybody's ball game. Ken Lamont has had a chance to take a good long look at this track, so watch out for him to make a good run. The moisture has actually improved the overall condition of the track, but as it slowly dries, the pullers are having to adjust their weight and tire pressure to compensate. You'll see how Lamont spins the mud off his rear wheels as he comes on the track. That's the really wet stuff from the pit area that is accumulated at the starting line and is making it so hard for these trucks to dig in off the line. It will take more than horsepower to get the best out of this track. Let's see what Ken Lamont can do with the Midnight Express. A good run for Lamont, but not as much distance as he would have liked. Jim Brockman will be the next puller in the Kodiak van. You heard Jim's comments earlier on the condition of the track. He's a seasoned veteran, and he's been watching all the other runs closely. Maybe he has the key to unlock the mystery of the mud and make a full pull. .1 feet for Jim Brockman. Like Chris Holdorf, Brockman is running 2 trucks in this class. He'll be up next in his Chevy C-Cab after we take a look at the pulling events coming soon to your area. As summer moves closer, the action is heating up in Allentown, Pennsylvania, as Hart Productions brings its convoy of trucks and tractors to the Allentown Fairgrounds, June 16th and 17th. You'll see 7,000 and 9,000 pound super stocks, supercharged wheel-standing two-wheel drive, and the 7,000 and 9,000 pound classics of the multi-engine drag rail, all in 2 big shows, June 16th and 17th in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Then it's on to Lewisburg, West Virginia, at the West Virginia State Fairgrounds, June 23rd and 24th. See super stock tractors, multi-engine tractors, and the ground-digging 4-wheel drive, June 23rd and 24th in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Only on the World Championship Pulling Series. And don't forget to order your favorite shows. Don't forget to send name, address, and show requests. Jim Brockman is all set to pull again, this time in his vintage Chevy C-Cab. Both of Brockman's vehicles feature beautifully customized classic body styles. We've seen several trucks pull today that preserve the golden years of auto design in their look. That's just part of the color and variety of truck and tractor pulling. Brockman does a better job the second time, but he's still not able to crack Engler's distance of 282.3 feet. And the horse race continues. Another veteran puller is on the line next. John Heileman calls Rockford, Ohio home, and he's at the wheel of the Levi Garrett Thunderbird. Big corporate sponsors are much more common this season, which is indicative of how fast the popularity of pulling is spreading across the country. Let's take a look at what John Heileman can do.
rain that we had here last night at the New York State Fair maybe actually helped the track or hindered it?
The rain actually helped the track. They'd had to put it in today if it wouldn't have rained.
All righty, John Heilman, I tell you, he's one of the best pullers in all of modified tractor pulling and two-wheel drive pulling.
The last 5 pullers of this marathon event will be up right after this message. Chris Holdorf is back in the Ford Aerovan. On his first pull, he was on his way to the end line when a blower belt disintegrated on the Florida Cracker tourist wagon. Holdorf was really burned up about it, and you can be sure he'll pull out all the stops on this run. He's had a lot of frustrating losses this year, but you can never count the Florida Cracker out. Holdorf pulls with great intensity, always going 110%. The Florida Cracker runs out of steam at 267.1 feet. It was not Chris Holdorf's day. The breakdown in his first pull could have cost him the win in Syracuse. Now only 4 teams are left with a chance to beat Tim Engler's distance of 282.3 feet. We've seen the fine vintage body styles of Boot Hill Express and others. Now we have a more modern example of the creative bodywork that's the trademark of the two-wheel drive trucks. It's purple and it's a Porsche. Floyd Hilton out of Winmack, Indiana, is up next in Floyd's Toy. This wild ride caused quite a stir when it debuted on the circuit. Today, anything goes in this division, and the fans have come to expect the unexpected. The exotic body styles are one of the reasons for the popularity of the two-wheel drive trucks. Hilton also pulls with a Dodge Omni that he had to leave in the pits today. This will be his one and only shot. The big sled snaps Floyd Hilton to an abrupt stop at the 265-foot mark. He needed more to be in contention, and Tim Engler remains in the lead with only 3 teams left. John Potts out of Green Bay, Wisconsin will be up next in the Excalibur Budweiser King. Potts has picked up a major sponsorship this year, and he's coming off a fine second-place showing in his home state at the Dairyland Grand Nationals. Let's see what kind of pull he can lay down here in Syracuse. A fantastic pull for John Potts and the Budweiser Excalibur King. Only inches off the lead. So close and yet so far away. But a pull he has to be proud of.
John Potts out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. This guy looks like he was born in the seat of a two-wheel drive. John, how long have you pulled?
We've been pulling now 8 years. It's only been 2 to 3 years that we've been pulling.